He's captured some land, but at an incredibly high price. The sanctions won't be removed anytime soon. And clearly the Ukrainians, in theory, could carry on fight. I mean, they could carry on causing quite a large amount of damage to those forces that would still need to hold that land.
Yeah, that fight has been going on, obviously, for a long time in the Donbass, and it might continue. Although I suspect that if there is some form of agreement on the Donbass and the Crimea, then that fighting would probably end. And I think, Putin is in a position where he can paint his success or otherwise in whatever way he wants. He controls the media in Russia. I don't think it matters much, really, whether he achieves the sort of maximalist objectives he set out to achieve in the beginning. It's how he spins it, how he paints it, that will be important to him.
And just very finally, Richard, you've heard from various people, I'm sure, over the weekend here in the UK. Some say we need to hold the line with NATO, not directly get involved. Others suggesting that maybe deadlines need to be set, that if things don't change, that NATO will get involved at a certain date. What's your view on that approach? Where would you side?
I think it's very unlikely NATO will get directly involved militarily, even, for example, if Putin uses chemical weapons in Ukraine, which is certainly a possibility. I don't think NATO will involve themselves in. In fact, President Biden's spokesman said that use of chemical weapons was not a red line in Ukraine. So I think, NATO is absolutely terrified of coming into a conflict at all with Russia, but particularly bearing in mind that Russia is a nuclear armed state. So I don't think we're in that game at all. Certainly, unless for whatever reason Putin does, either in the immediate future or the longer term, decide to bite into NATO territory.